Okay guys, I'm just making this video again because the last one I did, the image was quite small. Even when I'm looking at it again on my laptop, it looks really small. So I've made it bigger and hopefully you guys will be able to see. What I'm actually going to do is show you it's like a kind of like slideshow. It's not really a slideshow, I'm just going to be clicking picture next to picture next to picture. And you're going to see how the image on this chalkboard develops. Right now, all you can see is that, well, since now I've seen it in its exposure, I can actually see it now, with the eyebrow, the eye, the teeth, the pointed chin. Again, over here, the same image, and the head of the guy who appears to be holding a gun behind Bush or Donald Trump's head. But let me show you. So that's the first image. That's how I took it on the iPad Go video. That's the screenshot I took. And as we move forward, you can see already the background image starts to get a lot clearer. What looks like nothing there is actually something there. So we keep going. And this is like where the image starts to get really clear. You can see the demon's eyebrow, the demon's like elongated eye, the mouth goes around like that, and then the teeth are in here, and the face comes down into a pointed chin, and seems like there's a horn coming out of his head, pointing downwards, and then you've got the pointed ear on the side, and the head finishes up in like a pointed head and comes back round again. And then the same image, if you thought that was nothing and probably a coincidence, then you come over here and you've got the exact same image. The eyebrow, the elongated eye, the head, how it goes round, the pointed ear, the horn coming out, then it comes down to the chin, and you've got the mouth again in the shape of like a C, like how they draw it in 2D, and then the teeth in between. So I think that image is pretty clear. You should be able to see it. If you can't, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So there's the demon's head, the eye, the eyebrow, the mouth and teeth, pointed chin. Just think of like the classic image that you've seen of a demon. Everything's kind of pointed chin, pointed ear, pointed eye, menacing, kind of pointed. And then over here, exactly the same again. Pointed chin, up into the eyebrow, the eye. I mean, if you focus on the eye and then work your way around, you should be able to see it pretty clearly. So the eye coming down around the mouth, the teeth, the pointed chin, the horn, the pointed ear, and background. Then you get onto the man. So I'm going to try and point this out clearly for you guys. The eye is in shadow, so you can't see like the proper eye, but you can see the shadow of his eye here and the shadow of his eye here. Then you can see the lighter part of the of the white part coming down in between the middle. That's his nose. Right here, where the darker part starts to separate from the lighter part here, that's where his hair is. So his hair kind of comes up here. And in some other images, it looks like it's shiny hair, like some kind of gel is in it. I know that seems crazy, but the image is pretty detailed. You come around the back of his head here, where it starts to get lighter again here. So you have to look at the shades, You've got white here, you've got kind of like a different shade here as it goes into the shadow, and then into complete blackness. So down here, you've got the top line of his collar of his shirt. So this guy is wearing a suit and a tie with a white shirt, and you can't see the whole body because the whole body goes into that shadow, but the parts you can see is his head, which I'm circling here, the collar of his shirt, which then moves on to his suit, and over here his arm extends out, and this white part here, so behind the shark, I can't get rid of the shark. I think the video has been layered multiple times, because as I go through, I'm not sure if I've saved it, but as I go through, you'll see that some parts of like the drawing start to disappear, as it already has, and it started to reveal this. So I can't Well, I probably could if I continued for a long time, but the shark is really well layered across whatever it is that it's hiding. And I think personally it's a gun because I can see a rectangular shape coming down here in the white part, and it comes back round here, and it comes down here. And then out of here we have this darker white smoke coming out. I think it's smoke, and I think that's supposed to indicate like a smoking gun. Um, One that I'm not too sure of here is this image here. It looks like it's half a face facing this way, but it's got like a Pinocchio nose. And considering we were all lied to about the reason the Iraq War started over weapons of mass destruction when there really were none, I'm wondering if this is a half-face image of like Pinocchio to say like, liar. I don't know about that one. I'm not too sure, but I'm definitely sure that's a demon. I'm definitely sure that's a demon. I'm definitely sure this is a person standing here in a suit holding what I think is a smoking gun. And then even in the background, I think I can see, if I look at these lighter parts here coming up, it looks as if it goes up into what I believe is the Statue of Liberty. Because if you can see these lighter points here, you've got 1 point here, 1 point here, and another point here. And I think that's representing the crown. So if you think of the image of the Statue of Liberty and you just place that on this shadow, I think that might be representing New York. And it would make sense if this is a video about 9/11 and a possible second 9/11. It would make sense to have the Statue of Liberty in the background, considering it's in New York. It would make sense to have a Pinocchio mask there, considering we were lied to. And he says, fool me once, can't fool me twice and all that rubbish. And then you've got the demons in the background, which are the real operators in the spiritual world. So just to zoom out quickly, and the image progresses, and you can see all the points I've talked about, how they look a bit clearer. And the trick to this is to reduce the contrast so that you've got less light on the overall image, but to increase the highlights, so all the white parts become clearer and the dark parts become darker. So as you can see, like the hangman has like faded quite a lot. And the reason I think the video is heavily layered is not only because of the shark that I can't remove from in front of whatever it is. There's also like the D in Donald Trump's, sorry, well, it could be Donald Trump, but the D in the hat that Bush is wearing, the line disappears, which indicates that the video is layered. If it was all one solid layer, the whole thing would disappear. But the line disappears and you're left with the crescent shape in the hat, which is the same crescent we see later on in the iPad Goat video, where we're shown Osama bin Laden raising his hands up as if to say the Muslims rise, or Islam rises, or something, ISIS rises, I don't know. But that tells you that the video is layered. When you see bits of an image disappearing, it means that it hasn't been it hasn't been digitally mastered as one. It's been layered and layered and layered over and over again. A little bit more, so you can see that the colors were layered on, and now they're starting to disappear, and we're being left with the stronger image of the guy with a possible gun, the demons, possible Statue of Liberty. You might be able to see it a bit clearer now with the three points of the crown coming out, if it's facing us, and possible Pinocchio mask there with the long nose. Even here, this smoke is becoming, darker and clearer as well. So don't know if it gets any more clearer than that. I'll try my best to clear up that. It's a pretty clear image there. It's even darker, so you can see it a bit more clearer or clearly. And that's it. So I'm just gonna, just in case it's too small, just take it back zoom in one more time so you can see what I'm talking about. And know that all the things that we have seen already in this video, I'm almost 100% positive that there's things that we haven't seen. I've been seeing this guy for a long time. I haven't managed up until now to actually do this to the video, to adjust its contrast and highlights and stuff like that. But now that I've done it, I can see that it's not Putin. I can see that it's someone unknown. As far as I can see, they have slick, shiny hair or slick gelled hair. It's kind of like agents, really, dressed up in a suit, slick hair kind of thing, but a gun pointed at the back of whatever president this is supposed to represent, at the back of their head. So, you guys can do this as well. Take a screenshot, go into Adobe Photoshop, mess around with the contrast, the highlights, and see what you can see. I'm pretty sure there's probably some more images on different frames of this video. But as far as I can tell, this is new, and I wanted to let you guys know. And I'm just going to quickly show you how it disappears again. And it's gone. So remember, things are not always as they seem.